All right, this one's a little wild. Apprentice or Christian? Apprentice or Christian? Christian or apprentice? I'm listening to the book Practicing the Way by John Mark Comer, and he just shared that in the Bible, Christian is only mentioned 3 times, whereas apprentice is mentioned 269 times. And so he also just shared that Christian initially was like a derogatory term towards people who were following Christ. But then he asks the question, is Christian like really what we're called to do? Or is an apprenticeship to Jesus what we're really called to do? And to think about that, like a lot of people raise their hand and say, I'm Christian, I believe in Jesus, I'm a believer. But then there's this idea of follower, like I actually follow him, or I'm in an apprenticeship with Jesus to build a relationship, to learn more about him, to walk like him, talk like him, and carry out the mission that he has called us to carry out. And inside of that, he was sharing a little bit about the history of how somebody would be able to be an apprentice to a rabbi. They'd have to, in some ways, apply, beg sometimes, demonstrate their knowledge and their capability before a rabbi would say, hey, all right, I'll apprentice you. And he also made the thought about the name, like, are you a, how did he say it? Disciple. Disciple's a noun. It's not used in the Bible as a verb, but yet a lot of people will say discipling someone or getting discipled by. It's like, are you getting Christianed by somebody? Christian is a noun, disciple's a noun, but it's not used as a verb, yet we use it as a verb a lot of the time. So some interesting thoughts to be thinking about this morning. Certainly if we're students of the Bible and we're followers of Jesus, we're apprentices of Jesus, I'm curious, like, why do we call ourselves Christians? Is that because it's the accepted naming convention? And how do we look at that? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, and there's probably some views that will develop, but thinking about the fact that apprenticeship is used significantly more in the Bible, and if we're saying we follow the Bible, then that might be something to consider, something to think about. And certainly as I'm on this journey learning about being a disciple, and what does it mean to be discipled, and am I an apprentice to Jesus? Like, is that how I identify myself? Hey, what do you believe? Well, I'm an apprentice to Jesus, or I'm a Christian. Now, a lot of people say they're Christian, and that can mean a whole lot of things. That could mean they got baptized once, and that was about it. It could mean that they go to church once a week. But that's a little different than being an apprentice to Jesus and a follower of him and his ways and building a relationship with him on a daily basis. That is a whole different context. So some deep thoughts this morning, but that's what's on my heart. Are you a Christian? Are you a believer? Are you a follower? Are you in an apprenticeship with Jesus? I think these are important things for us to consider, and I'll be chewing on that some more. Have a blessed day.